This way, baby. Hi. We finally get to sit outside for a while. Clouds are rolling in. But, or do you want to sit over here, Jenna, so that people can hear you? No? Well, I'm going to have to turn it because I got the dead cat plugged in because it is a little bit, what am I trying to say, windy today.
Let me go get my sunglasses and my dog.
Your sunglasses? She's going to go get her sunglasses and her dog. And her dog. That's a D-A-W-G. Let me see. Huh? Dog. Let me see who all is on here. Beth, Megan, my cousins Mike and Cindy, Richard, can't wait to get my package. Thank you. Kathy, and Bonnie. Looking forward to seeing you soon, Bonnie. And yes, my cousin Mike is doing much better, and Cindy is doing really good, and I'm just so proud of both of them. And y'all are gonna have to just put up with my hair today because, like I said, it is rainy, and we just got back from running errands. Kathy says it's 7 degrees and not raining. I don't understand. And then she says it's been in the 50s at night and 40s. I don't. That's good. Okay, and then, Sam, can't go that way, baby. Go that way. I even brought your chair out for you. Do not wrap around the pole. The pole being the tripod. And Texan Lulu says she is in sunny Central Texas. Well, Houston got slammed, so I'm glad that you are in a sunny part of Texas. And, 67. Got it, Kathy. I got it. And, Johnny's Journey is in the house. Hello, darling. Good to see you. Pop Camper, I got your note that you might not be able to stay on all evening because y'all are having some kind of shindig at the, my hair. My hair! Yeah, I can put that table between us. I think you should sit over here. I'm going to use my glasses.
Sitting in the sun.
Well, how about then I know what. How about I turn this way and we just turn it into the tree? Well, okay. I don't want to see a tree. Let me think.
You're looking at behind you.
I can scoot over this way more so that you can get in the shade. We have to readjust. Jana just now got out here because she's been busy taking care of dogs and getting stuff up and getting set up because we drove her rig to town.
Set up.
You did, well, she didn't get set up, but she had to get level, and yeah, that'll work. And so since she's going to be sharing tonight too, we Sammy's like, what are y'all doing? She can go over there. She's going to want to be by you. Anyway, so we just are so happy to be able to sit outside, and I can't have that so far away from me because then I can't see the comments because evidently I'm getting blind. Yeah, we're live. And getting blind as I get older.
Get ready.
And so I think we're good. There. Now we got everybody corralled, and I can just do this when I want to show Jana. And then you guys can see everybody. We would have been back on time, but we saw an antique shop. And then we missed our turn. And we would have been back on plenty of time if those two things hadn't happened, but they did. So, yeah, I can't see. I'm going to try to do it.
I guess I need my phone.
Do it this way. You don't have to have your phone.
Oh,
you're all right. Hey, Alicia, I look forward to seeing the video that you sent me, sweetheart. I love you. That's my great niece, Alicia, on here. Stacy Jones, hello. Now, Melanie, 6 p.m. sneaks up on you. I hear ya. And James Connell says he just arrived in New Mexico this morning. Sarah Caldwell, hello. And Barb, oh, thank you, Barb. You're so sweet. I had to take my sunglasses off. They may need to be cleaned. I don't know, but I couldn't see. Because it's so funny. Mountain weather, you just never know what's going to happen. we were in town and it was in the 60s and I was freezing because that north wind would hit and I would just shiver. And then we get out here and I first set us up in the sun because we've been cold all day. Now I'm having eyeglass issues. No, I can't. No, I got mine. I just can't decide which pair to wear. Anyway, and I set us up in the sun because we've been freezing all day. But the sun here on top of the mountain is too hot. So we're going back and forth. Let me clean my glasses. It's live. It's Friday Night Live. That's what it's called. Friday Night Live. So, but anyway, here we go. All right, let's see what we see. I can see! Oh my God! There's comments and everything. Maryland says it's thinking about raining in Maryland. Hi, Maryland Monroe. Good to see you.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe's on.
Yeah. And Renee says, peace. Camper Tales. Camper Tales, stay tuned. I want you to hear what we're going to share tonight. And if you have to get off the live stream, please come back and watch it, because were your ears burning? We were talking about you guys while we were in town today. Did you get anything at the antique shop? I did. I got, what is it? What is
Nothing.
it? What did you do? She's poking at me. I'm like, what is it? Now, squirrel, I forgot what I was saying. I'm poking at you. I see. Oh, I got like a wooden heart that she had painted XOs on. Well, not antique, but she was only charging $2 for it, and it was about that tall. And I'm going to put it on my cabinet in Phoenix. And she had made a bunch of them, different sizes and everything, for Valentine's Day, evidently. And she only had like 4 or 5 left. But I'm also, I may go back when I get my check. We'll see. She had a picnic table silverware caddy that was not straw.
Just basket.
It was a basket, but it was that thick basket.
Weave?
Huh?
Like weave?
Yeah, it was a weave, but it was a silverware caddy, and it was just awesome. And probably, again, I know it's not antique, and it had a bear on it and everything, and nice and sturdy and big. And she didn't want much for it, like $14. And I'm like, okay, $2 today, and I'll come back when I get my check, and I'll get that $14 silverware caddy, because I'm always wanting one for when we're eating outside and everything. So that's kind of cool, if it's still there, and if it's not, no biggie. She also had some real Navajo rugs, and she had one that was only $95, and it was in mint condition, and I don't know why it was so cheap. She'd even had it appraised and everything, but she said it had been appraised like years ago, if not decades ago. I was thinking, girl, that's a steal. It was only, like I said, $95, and it was a real Navajo rug. And in Santa Fe and around places like that, you can't get them for less than $300 and $500. So
eBay.
eBay, not guarantee that they're
No,
real.
I said, buy it.
Oh, buy it and put it on eBay. Yeah, that'd be the thing to do. Let me tell you, it was beautiful too. She had green and white Courier knives dishes. She didn't have any blue and white like mine. I asked her if she wanted to buy mine. She didn't. She said, that's too many. I have over 400 pieces, I think. I need to get it out and see. And let's see. Am I caught up? Hey, Robin is in the house. Not hey, Robin is in the house. Hey, Robin is in the house. Chili cast iron cookout tonight for the campers. Yeah, that just sounds awesome, Cheryl, and I bet you did something on your cast iron. Grace has enjoyed watching my videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can't, I don't know, can y'all see that? There's a ponderosa pine back there for you, back behind those cedars. There's some more ponderosa pine. It's just really gorgeous. We just love New Mexico, period. So let me go back. And raining all day in Tennessee. Well, how's that working for your river that was already crested the banks, Cheryl? That's a little bit scary. And Suzanne, Suze at Large, says that they're having a little bit chillier than usual spring in Denver. She had a pedicure yesterday. I am jelly. I miss my mani-pedis, I tell you what. Hello, Lori C. All right, let me back up. Am I caught up on comments? I don't know. I honestly don't know. If I've missed anything, y'all have to tell me again. Rewrite it. Let's see. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, I saw that storms went through a nearby state. I forget what state it was, but knocked over, it went through a campground and knocked over Class A's and Class C's like they were nothing. It just went through, and as the camera goes down the road, the campground drive, they're just all laying over. I mean, it was unbelievable. I don't know if that's the same one you're talking about or not, but hey, Sue in Sandy, Utah. I replied to your email, sweetheart. I don't know if you've gotten it yet or not. I haven't been online since early this morning. I know, Melanie, that rug is $95. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen one I haven't seen one in less than $500 in forever. So I felt bad for her in a way, you know. Yeah, and if I just had money to burn, I would have definitely bought it.
We buy firewood.
Janice says we need to buy firewood instead.
Money to burn, we're gonna buy firewood.
That's it. That's it right there. Hey, Wanda Hutchins, good to see you, baby. You can't go through there. I'm sorry. You have to go around the other way. Good girl. Wanda Hutchins is in southern Arizona. It's getting a little warm there.
Oh, she wants water.
Oh, she wants water. I put it in the wrong place. I put the water behind me and then tell them y'all can't go there. Y'all can't have your water. You can't handle the truth. Susan Jack says it's 83 in sunny Albuquerque. Listening on the way home. Oh, yay. And be careful, Susan. We are going to make a Walmart run into Colorado. I don't know when. The next week or two. But Cheryl, Life is Short, Make It Sweet, says she just woke up in time. Hi, y'all. And that's sweet of you, Sarah Caldwell. Thank you. There are people out. We are in a campground. It's not the campground, as you can see, is lovely. There, because you have nature all around you. You can't really see. Like I can see Frugal's rig, but we chose our campsites because we knew these two sites. You could see each other, but that's about it. I think you can see your neighbors on the other side of you when you have somebody, but mostly it's just so nice and quiet and secluded. Red feathers. I'm reading. Hang on. Yes, Melanie, we are in upper elevations and we are at a state park outside of Chama, and we are at about, I think, 7,800 here. I would have to go back and look and see. And we are in the 60s during the day. So, Texas lady, hello. And Johnny's Journey says, Jana, congratulations on your successful tour.
Oh, thank you.
She says thank you. She's still busy getting set up, like
busy.
for our little soiree here.
Lost my lid. Oh, it's on the ground.
Oh no, you need some water to wash it off.
Yeah, just stick it in the.
She dropped her cup lid in the dirt.
I'll just stick it in the dog bowl.
She's gonna stick it in the dog. She's lying. She's not gonna stick it in the dog bowl and then. So Cheryl says that they're not flooding because they finally opened, the water's receded because they opened the dam. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. So Sarah was born and raised in central Louisiana, and Robin is in New Orleans. Boondocking with Dennis is in the house. Hi, darling. Oh, Sue, you're so sweet. And Renee says the essentials. I love that y'all are talking to each other. Julianne is in Clovis, New Mexico. And And yeah, the horses there at Blue Water are pretty amazing. They are wild horses. I had people get all butt hurt because I was joking about, can you really call them wild when they come right into your campground? And yes, I know they're wild. Yes, I know that they can hurt you. Yes, I know you're not supposed to feed or pet them, or I mean, like, oh my gosh, I was just making a joke about, you know, are they considered wild and if they come into your campground? And they're not even really wild horses, because that is a very specific genus and species. These are free range horses from generations of domestication, but they are wild in that they are not fenced in and are not owned by anyone and that type thing. Oh, good. Life is short. That's awesomeness. That is great. Let's see. Oh, Melanie, you say that your brother lived in Corpus and used to go to Padre Island. Now, you were on North Padre Island up by Corpus, but I got invited to leave my first try at college right out of high school because I kept trying to major in South Padre Island in foosball. And they told me they don't have such a major. So I did end up finishing college elsewhere, but I didn't have my act together enough to make it through that. So just in case anybody's wondering, South Padre Island and foosball are not legitimate majors for college. Dennis says he's also considered free range. Now, I would have expected that comment from my cousin Mike. He would have said that too. Let's see. Lori C says she's going to be having lots of questions about weather, roads, traveling from Denver to KOKO Fest 2024. I hope someone from this area will have taken that trip before around October. Lori, what you need to do, sweetheart, is if you are on Facebook, you need to join the KOKO Fest, All Things KOKO Fest Facebook group, and post your questions there, and you'll get lots of help. That's about the quickest way to reach people that may have been on that trek before and have advice for you. But you can't go wrong. I don't remember a lot of passes between Colorado and KOKO and City of Rocks, which is between Deming and Silver City, New Mexico. And so just plug your route into Campendium or freecampsites.net and pick along the way where you want to lay over for the night, and then drill down. I've got videos on how to find campsites and everything, but you can do this, no worries. And there went the water. Am I right? No. So yeah, if you're gonna want question on that, your water.
There is no water.
There is no water? They've already drank it?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm caught up. Judith Williams Hudson is in the house, and she's going to be leaving for Alaska soon. And how cool is that? And also another KOKO Fam member of mine is already in Alaska and sharing pictures with the KOKO Fam, the patrons, on our private group. And just she's seeing moose and black bear, brown bear, grizzly, elk. It's just and the mountains, the Denali Mountains and everything are just so gorgeous. So I'm so excited for you, Judith, to be doing all of that. Okay, what's my doggies? They got some big dogs across the way from us. Yeah, Suze at Large can tell you about getting out of Denver. She lives in Denver. Oh man, Beth, be safe. And hi, Sarah and Tan, good to see you. Margie and Jeff, good to see you. Raton Pass is not bad for most people. For Phoenix, it gets a little rough, but yeah, it's very doable. Lori, you're going to be fine. Kathy is talking about range-free horses versus leash-free dogs. All right, what's my first topic?
Chasing versus running away.
Chasing versus running away. You ready for me to put the camera on both of us? She says no.
If
So-
I knew what the topics. No,
Yeah,
I know that.
no, I wasn't going to put her on camera, but now that she gigged me, I'm going to put her on camera. So, and now
Look how short.
she's in a hole.
Wasn't she short?
She's short. You are in a hole.
I'm short.
You're short. All right, let me see if I can fix this. Now, can y'all see? I'll lean way back. Oh my goodness, this feels so weird to be this far back. So I'll have to lean forward to answer comments, but I
And
can.
that's meaning rock.
Rock-a-bye, baby. I'll have to lean forward to read comments. But what I mean by by chasing or running away. So there's a big thing out here, and one of our friends has her social media set at chasing 70 degrees. Because, I don't know, the premise around full-time, part-time travel and being a nomad is that you travel with the weather. Well, if you've read my book, How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, you know that is not always possible. And especially in shoulder seasons like we're in now, you do the best you can, but especially if you're making reservations ahead of time like we do. I'm going to knock this over, so I'm going to move it. Then you're not guaranteed beautiful weather. I mean, we've got beautiful weather today, but we have been joking that instead of chasing 70 degrees, we've been running away from it because we left the desert and we skedaddled to hit our reservations, and we made those reservations, some of them 6 months out. And so it'll start warming up and it'll get beautiful weather like this, and it's time for us to leave and go further up in elevation or further north. And so we've been running away from 70 degrees. It'll get 70 and we're like, oh, gotta go. And so I've been joking that it's ridiculous that we're not chasing 70 degrees or traveling with the weather. We're running away from it.
And I've enjoyed it.
We have enjoyed it. A lot of people.
I like cooler weather.
You're gonna have to speak up probably for them to hear you.
I said.
She's a brat today. I don't know what to tell you. She's poking at me and. You said what?
I said that I like the cooler weather. I like sleeping in 30, 40 degree weather.
Yeah.
So, and I don't use heat until I wake up, and then if I don't have electricity, I use my buddy heater. If I have electricity like we do here, I'll turn on my furnace or turn on my electric heater, little space heater.
Yeah.
I just love it.
And I'm like her. Right now I'm even sleeping with the window open right by my bed. And last night it got into the upper 30s, but underneath my big old quilt and then Bandit's in bed with me and everything. It just is, for me, that is great sleeping weather. Now I sometimes, even though we are hooked up and have electricity here, I will sometimes run my catalytic wave 3 heater on low all night. It's the size of my rig should probably have a wave 6 heater, but that would be too much for me. I took the furnace out of Phoenix. She's too old. I would not have trusted those propane lines for any amount of money, and I made that area where the furnace was into outdoor storage for my chairs and everything, and my chairs and my shop vac and some things like that, and my benchmarks. Anyway, all kinds of things are in that closet where the furnace used to be. But yeah, we both love it cooler. We haven't been able to sit outside as much as we normally do. That's why it was like I was going to sit outside today no matter what we had to do, because I am tired of being inside, but I'm also finishing up my book, so it's okay.
It's been raining and we're having the
Yeah.
nice afternoon shower, mountain showers.
Yeah, always in the mountains you get that.
Yeah.
Moon's coming up over there. It looks like part of the clouds right over the trees.
I'm short.
Stand up!
You gotta look over the trees. I can only see through the trees.
Right through the trees.
I see it now.
No, she sees it now.
Now that
see,
it's higher.
she's messing with me. She's messing with
No,
me.
it's-
Let me see what comments I got.
Back her up.
Bag up. Tyx says, I just started following you both on YouTube, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you for...
Yes, I've seen your comments.
Yes, I've seen your
Thank you.
comments too. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm catching... If I miss something, y'all are going to have to just retype it. Let's see. Keeping on looking at comments. Sally Forth is in the house. Hello. And oh sure, yay, Lori! I'm glad you can do that on Facebook. You'll get lots of help there. We'll keep an eye out for your questions there, and you can just post whenever you want to, and we'll get you taken care of. Somebody's talking about behaving, and Johnny, are you telling somebody you're going to behave? No, Johnny always behaves. Still think 70 is a bit chilly. I know, but right now it's probably, I'm guessing, anywhere from 68 to 72 out here. And we had to sit in the shade because you have to remember the temperatures might be cooler the higher up you go in elevation, but you're also closer to the sun. And so when we do sit outside, we spend our time going from sun to shade, and back to sun and sun to shade, because it can get so hot so fast. No, Robin, I didn't spike Jana's drink. Yet. Margie says it's the first year that she and Jeff have been making reservations in advance, and the weather is not guaranteed. All you can do is look at the average temperatures. You can Google it and use apps and everything and do your best to guess. But yeah, it's that's all you can do. Curtis and Letha are in the house. Mwah. Good to see you. And May Gray, California, Surfing Dodo. Hello, sweetheart. Good to see you on here. I'm like, Melanie says she doesn't have a lot of experience with the desert. Yes, it can get over. It depends on what time of year. In the winter, it never reaches 100, and can get down in the 20s at night. And yeah, I used to be that way about preferring warm to cold, and now I enjoy cold. Not snow. Well, I do enjoy the snow. We just we drove the last time we were in town. Jana wanted to stop and have a snow fight and get that on film, and we didn't do it, and I don't know why. And then today
it was last Friday, and we
had to get back for FNL.
Yeah,
well, that's a shame.
Going in town
we do, because that's the same thing that happened today. And so today we would have had to have driven a little further to get the snow, but not very far. Maybe another 10 miles is all. And she didn't want to today either. And so, but yeah, I mean, I like that kind of snow.
I know.
Can y'all? I'm going to show y'all. See if I can turn. I can't turn it. So that is, I can't say her name because she'll quit, but that dog's, one of her favorite things to do is to turn herself from a black dog into a tan colored dog. And, oh goodness, does that feel good, Samantha, Josephine? Are you happy now?
She says, yeah.
Don't you come over here and try to get in our laps.
Guess where she's sleeping.
Yeah, she's like, can I come? You got to move, baby. Back it up. Back up. But she loves to do that. And I didn't want to say her name because she would have quit rolling. But Sammy Joe loves to waller in the dirt and just cracks me up. Creek Johnson, hugs to you too. Let me see. Let's see. Robin says she'll take 70. All right. I think I'm caught up again. Let's see. Campertel says their dogs does that too. Yeah, you just have to take a wet wipe to them or something. And no, it's not scent for her, Renee. She likes it's like scratching for her. It is a nice campsite. We love it here. Because she doesn't do it for scent. I had a dog that used to do that, but Sammy's is just scratching her back, and she especially loves to do it on the pea gravel, and even in quartzite on the big rocks. And it's like, God, doesn't that hurt, baby girl? But she just loves doing it. And get them, girl. Hey, Donna's in the house. Shalom
Hey,
on the roam. Good to see
Donna.
you. You can't see you. You're
Oh.
leaning.
Hey, Donna. Oh, I'm reading comments.
She's like down here, down here reading comments. That's so funny.
What? Oh.
You can hold the phone up here. So what's my next? See, I
How's
can't look
that?
on my phone at my house that black. She's black. She goes, okay, I'll read comments like this.
Writing progress.
Let's see. Writing progress is my next topic. I can't look on my phone because I'm using it for the live. So I didn't make myself notes on what my titles are. So I just want to share with y'all my writing progress. Shalom says she just waved at us both. That's awesomeness. Hello, babe. I just sent off. My cousin Cindy is my first line editor. She gets everything I write first and foremost and does the first round of editing. And I just sent to her the prologue and the first 3 chapters. So that's basically four chapters that she got. And I am well into writing chapter 7. And I'm hoping, we'll see, because we have to move camps. And that's one thing when you're a nomad on the road, you really never know how your life is going to go day to day. But since we have to move camps and everything, I'm not sure about this next statement, but I'm hoping that I have the initial draft of this book done by the end of next week, and have them all off to Cindy, and then Jana is my second line editor. After Cindy's done, they go to Jana, and so by next week, Jana should be well into editing too. So yeah.
Read the book.
Yeah, so she gets to read the book. She won't let me when I'm writing. Something exciting will happen. I'm typing and I'm like, oh, that character just did something really cool. Because
I want to know.
and she won't let me tell her. And I'm like, let me just tell you this one thing. She goes, no. She won't let me tell her anything about my books when I'm writing them. And
I want to read it.
so I'm excited for her and my cousin to read it. But it's called Dominion. And I think that I'm going to be done in time to be able to, oh, thank you, Camper Tales. I think I'm going to be able to be done in time for me to do a pre-sale. I'm not sure. So we'll see. We ate Mexican food in town, so not cooking tonight. That's right, Dennis. We had lunch. It was kind of a late lunch for us. It was like 1 o'clock. We usually, well, it depends, but like both of us are pretty much the same on that. We might do a breakfast early and then a 1 or 2 o'clock lunch, and then that's it. So Melanie is asking if Dominion, which is my next book, is part of us, and you can read about it on my website. And I was going to say, be sure that you are that you follow me on Amazon, because if I do a pre-sale, that's where you'll get notification of that. And then also on my website, we'll put up notification if I get to do a pre-sale. But be sure you follow my author page on Amazon. And what was her question? Squirrel. Is Dominion part of a series or is it a standalone tale? Okay, here's the thing. A trilogy like KOKO, like Keep On Keeping On. That was Keep On Keeping On, no matter what, one day at a time. That's a connected trilogy. It's like where one book leaves off, the next one starts. You could read those as standalones, but you would want to go back and learn what you had missed. That's a trilogy. A series, each book is a standalone. You can read that book without ever picking up any others in the series. And Nora Roberts is good about writing good series writings, both as Nora Roberts and her pen name J.D. Robb. And this is going to be my first series. I can't even remember what the next 2 books are called in it, but they are complete standalone books. It's not a trilogy. They are connected in that book 2 will have some of the characters from book 1, but you don't have to know that to read book 2. And book 3 will have the second generation of characters that have grown up and are now in their own mystery and some romance and so forth, which is what I write. Not necessarily romance books, but mystery and suspense with some clean romance mixed in. And so this will be a 3-part series, but it is not a trilogy like my last one. It will have some overlap of characters, but you don't have to know that to be able to read each one. So I hope that answers the question about series and why my last one was a trilogy, but this one is actually a series. Yes, Dominion will eventually be on audio too. And I have to get it published first. It has to be a published book to present to Audible for recording. And so I have to get it published first, and then the next thing I'll do is get it set up on Audible. And let's see. Dun 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 dun.
Dun,
Dun,
dun, dun,
dun,
dun.
dun. I'm reading. Sorry. Oh, I hope I didn't block somebody just now. Hey, Nancy. Good to see you. Sarah, that's too funny. Your beagle sniffing them out. Look out, New York. She's headed your way. Judith, I love you. Thank you. I tell you, when I first started writing, well, that's not true. I actually first started writing Dominion when did I say? I found some of my early writings before my brain surgery and on this book. And it was back then, it was titled New Beginnings. But I can't use New Beginnings anymore because I think Danielle Steele or some major author like that since then has published a New Beginning either series or trilogy. And so I had to change my name, and that's how I came up with Dominion. But I first started writing it, I think, back in 07. And so now that I'm picking it back up and I'm finishing the series, it is very difficult because the old book is still partially in my head, but the characters have morphed and the storyline is the same, but the characters, I really am. At first, I wasn't sure about this because I just had a foot in the old door and a foot out here. I didn't know where the book was going to go. I mean, I know what it's about, but I'm good now. I'm into chapter 7, and the characters have really grounded themselves and revealed themselves, and so it's been quite fun. So Carmen says she's reading KOKO now. Yay! You'll have to let me know what you think, Carmen. Please be sure and leave a review on Amazon. That helps, a written review. That helps writers more than you know. Hey, Donna says she's near Grants, Shalom on the Rome. Y'all be sure and check out her channel. And we never get tired of New Mexico. We haven't had that much wind. We don't have dust. We love it. I guess it depends on where you go, but we love it. Okay, what's my next one?
Faves and fails
Faves and fails
of 7 and 9 years.
Oh, okay. So faves and the camper tales. Will y'all let me know if y'all are still on here or not?
She said they wasn't going to go anywhere.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So faves and fails of 7 years on the road and 9 years on the road. And we're really just going to share one of each. I mean, Jenna might have more, but I just asked her if she's willing to share one of each. Lori, no, honey, you're asking, oops, hold on. If we go to a Walmart in southern Colorado, will we post what city it is in and if they allow overnight RV parking, please? I can tell you right now that all of the Walmarts require that you come in and talk to personnel. Most people don't. But the best thing that I can recommend for you, sweetheart, is go to do the All Stays Truck and Travel app. And it has Walmarts, Cracker Barrels, truck stops, rest areas. Trying to think.
That's if you have an iPhone.
Oh, that's if you have an iPhone. But you can go to allstays.com if you don't have an iPhone. And so maybe if you can't do the app, you can still go to allstays.com if you don't have the iPhone, if you have an Android. And I don't know. I think they rolled out. They may have rolled out for Androids now. But anyway, they list all of that. And it'll have a red for a Walmart, or a green for a white for a Walmart, or a green for a Walmart. And there aren't any more greens. Everybody has really messed that up because people go camp at a Walmart and put their slides out and you know, put their lawn chairs out and put their barbecue pit out and treat it like it's a freaking campground. But it has been my experience that even, you know, if it's read on All Stays, if you'll read the reviews or read the comments, that people say they went in and talked to the manager, and the manager will say you can park for one night, be gone by 10 in the morning, or whatever the manager of that Walmart might say. And then sometimes they have signs up that say no camping, no overnight camping, no parking, blah blah blah. And that can be the city saying that.
Yeah, it might have a city ordinance.
Might have a city ordinance and not have to do with Walmart at all. So your best bet is to call them if you know where you want to lay over. Yeah, Renee says they don't even try Walmarts anymore. If you want to lay over in a town, I would call ahead of time. Get that app or look at allstays.com, truck and travel, and call ahead of time. And I can tell you one is that I was going to share one that used to you could camp in. Oh, Flagstaff. The Flagstaff Walmart. I used to camp around there, and we'd go in to Walmart, and because it would be so crowded, I would want to stay overnight and get up early in the morning and do my Walmart shopping and then go back to camp instead of fighting the rush hour traffic in the morning. And people abuse that Flagstaff Walmart so badly. I tell you what, you better get in there, get your groceries, get them loaded into your RV, and get the heck out of there, or they'll be knocking on your door. They're very serious there about absolutely no overnight parking. So, I mean, they don't even let you stay hours at a time. You're in and out. So it just depends, and I would get that app and call ahead of time. Nancy, that's very kind of you to share that. Hi, Deb Long. Good to see you. Oh no, Donna, the video, it froze on her. I know, Dennis, right? And Cracker Barrel is the new Walmart. Yes and no. They also have been pretty stringent lately. And it just, it's a shame, but
well, it can change daily because of a city ordinance or so. I mean, you want to check for yourself and don't rely on other people telling you, yeah, you can go there, and then when you get there, there's signs saying, you know. So it could change daily.
Yeah, and Lori, that's true for everybody. What you want to do is map out your route and then pick where you want to stay in between, and then drill down in apps for camping or parking in those areas. Harvest Toast is a good one night hop that could get you from Colorado to KOKO Fest. But what you want to do is get your overall route, see where you want to stop and take breaks in between, and then look at each of those areas for camping possibilities. And yeah, like Jana's saying, that's why I was saying, Lori, no, I'm not going to vouch for whether or not you can park somewhere, because it can change. It could change the next day by the time we left and came back to camp. You always need to vet that for yourself. Even if somebody tells you, you're welcome, Lori. Even if somebody tells you, yeah, you can stay there, I would not. I would do my own vetting and make sure. And because even if somebody has stayed there, it can change overnight, because there could have been an incident. They could have gotten a new mayor. They could have gotten a new city council. They could have gotten a new Walmart manager. You just really never know. All right. Yay, Lori has an iPhone. Jana's big Android. We have that debate going back and forth. Melanie is saying, it says Harvest Host can add up if you're spending $20 a night. You don't have to do that. Do you want to go in and maybe do that? We do. But if you don't have the means,
but we like to pick the Harvest Host
we pick the Harvest Host that we go to.
Oh, let's go there.
And instead of going and doing some other tourist attraction, we choose to do that. It is not a mandate that you have to do that. And I want people to quit spreading that rumor. You don't. They recommend that you do. They ask that you you go in and you check on the host. But sometimes they don't even have stores or anything where you can. They just want people to come out and see their vineyard or whatever it is that they might have. Yeah, some Cabela's now have stalls for horses and kennels, and especially if they are in Amish country. It's really fascinating to see the Cabela's that have, they'll have horse stalls outside and buggy where they can tie their buggies up and everything, but that still doesn't mean that you can camp overnight. RV Ashes in April, Margie and Jeff are saying Boondockers Welcome is a good option. And now you can do a Boondockers Welcome and Harvest Host package combination. They're owned by the same company now. I think that happened a couple of years ago. I'm not sure. And I'll tell you, here's something funny about Jenna doesn't know what I'm fixing to say.
Never.
Yeah, never. You do too. She does too. Harvest Host, Boondockers Welcome, BW and HH. HH Harvest Host, BW Boondockers Welcome. Well, Harvest Host has an option of picking up golf courses as an add-on package. I have that because I have done that before, and it's quite nice because nobody's golfing after dark, right? And so you're in this beautiful location that, and you're in the parking lot. There's not anybody else there. You've got security. It's beautiful. Nobody's there, and you're staying for the one night and you leave the next morning. And they don't expect you to spend anything because you can't go into the club. You're just there in the parking lot. And so I have that package, but Jana doesn't. And so we started planning our travels, and we needed a couple of one-night hops. And I'm like, oh, well, we can stay here. And she's like, that's not an option on Harvest Host. So I guess it took us a while to figure out that I had the golf course add-on, and she didn't. And now I'm paying for that for this year for no reason because I'm not going to stay there if she can't. And so next year, I'll either drop it or she'll pick it up. One of the two. We'll see.
It's so weird. I can't find your RTR presentation.
Really?
Yeah, just.
Hey, Travels, good to see you. A little grocery store in Louisiana. There's all kinds of places that, there's a McDonald's in Van Horn. There's a McDonald's and then a hotel, and back behind there, truckers stay. They have a sign up, truckers and RVs welcome, but it's, again, don't camp. It's for an overnight stay. You can find all kinds of things along the way. And that, by the way, is also on that All Stays app. Grace says that's the Harvest Host she has. No, it's not. It's not mandatory, Renee. Let's see.
There it is.
All right, you found it? Oh, Jenna's you're putting up our RTR presentation?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way. That shows all the apps and how to find camping.
Oh, yeah.
And boondocking.
So Jana's fixing to put up a link. Tell them about it, Jana, while I get a drink, please.
We did a presentation in 2023 at the RTR on how to find boondocking, free camping, and apps and everything. So I want to put that up for Lori and anybody else that.
Yeah, I lowered it too much. I hate that y'all can't see Jana well. So yeah, that's a if you watch that video, that's some pretty good ideas on how to get from point A to point B. And I saw I think it was Sally that put up about, yeah, if you go, so Harvest Host, you're traveling with somebody that doesn't, I guarantee you the country clubs probably aren't going to let an honorary member in. But if you're traveling with somebody, thank you for putting that link up, Jenna. If you're traveling with somebody that doesn't have a Harvest Host or one of the other membership applications, and you want to see if they can stay a night with you, they're usually going to say yes. I will tell you that, has your winery one come up yet?
Yes.
Oh, was it your last one? Just
yes.
Came up on, what is today, Friday? Came up on Wednesday?
Yesterday.
So Jana's video that was up yesterday, it was a Harvest Host location. It was a winery. and we absolutely loved it. She whines of San Juan, if anybody from there is watching. Great place. We feel like we've made great friends. We've been invited. The in-laws, the sister-in-law and the brother were there, and they live in Arkansas, and they've invited us to come through and stay on their land. They have a big spread.
And that was just the video that came out yesterday was just the first time we visited.
Yeah, we were just visiting there.
Yeah, and we found out it was a harvest host, so we went back.
We went back and stayed. Yeah, two nights, I think.
We stayed 2 nights.
We had a blast. But here's what I was going to share about that is a lot of harvest host locations now, they have hookups. If you're a Harvest Host member and you're not going to do hookups, it's free for that one night. But they have hookups, and you can upgrade, and anybody can come with you, and you can stay more than one night at full price. More and more Harvest Host locations are doing that. So if I'm sharing that because if you need more than one night to stay somewhere. I'm sorry, I can't get my camera angle right because Jana's in a hole and not sitting up. Thank you. I just don't want them. I don't want the chair. I don't want it. She really is in a hole, and I don't want them to chop I don't want to chop her head off.
I don't want to.
No, I don't want to take your head off. That didn't come out right, did it? And now I don't even know what I was talking about. It couldn't have been important.
About Harvest Host.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know what I was saying.
I've stayed there too, Judith.
If you need to stay more than one night, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, if you need to stay more than one night, check with Harvest Host because I've done that before when I was at a Harvest Host and I wasn't feeling well. And I honestly couldn't tell whether a TBI episode was coming on or not. In fact, I was headed to Florida. It was in my 2020 epic road trip. And I said, I need to see, I don't feel safe to travel. Can I stay another night, or is there somewhere else nearby where I can go? And he goes, just one more night? And I said, yes, sir, and I'm glad to pay. And I did. And so I stayed there 2 nights. But so always ask if you have to stay. You never know. Judith, yeah, I took Jana to that Van Horn McDonald's.
No, I stayed there the first trip at the
Oh, yeah,
RTR.
we haven't been there together. No, that was Sue Ann and me.
Yeah, we were at the RV park there.
Yeah. Sarah is sharing about the UK clubs. Cool. Johnny's Journey has the prettiest place. And if anybody needs any work done, I recommend Midwest Van Builders by Johnny's Journey. Check her out. Renee says every Harvest Host they've stayed at has been wonderful. Surf and Dodo, BYOW. I don't know what that means.
Bring your own wine.
Bring your own wine. That's true. This is too low now. I can't see. Ugh, I don't like this. Hang on, y'all.
There, that's better.
Is that better? I can't stand it that way.
I feel like
I hate that.
I'm looking under the microphone.
I know. Hang on, guys. In a minute, I'll show you the sky or something. I don't know. It's just not working.
Okay, bye now. No.
Bye now. It's not working. There. How's that? No, it's still just like, ugh.
For who?
I don't know. How does the picture look to y'all? I can't tell. Did you start drinking? I can't tell how the picture looks.
Looks fine.
Looks fine?
Yeah.
You don't know. Oh, you're looking on there. You do know.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh, Johnny says, Johnny, I didn't know y'all were a Harvest Host location. They ask if you behaved and if you would host them again and how much did they spend. That is great. Oh my God, they're asking people if we've behaved. That may or may not be great. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, Margie, that is so sweet. Yeah, I forget about that. Yes, if anyone is thinking about getting a Harvest Host membership or Boondockers Welcome, please look in my video descriptions below. If it's not on the live, it'll be on any one of my video descriptions from a regular video. There is a link there that will save you 10% when you sign up, and I get $10, no extra cost to you.
15%.
Is it 15? I don't know. I think it's 10 and 10. She says it's 15, but whatever. It helps both of us. So please check it. Please check it out. Travel says put the cork back on. Okay.
Don't drink out of the bottle.
Don't drink out of the bottle. And yes, please remember to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Okay, what's next?
Hang on. You have in the description. Save 15% on the cost of your annual prescription. So use code SAVE15 to sign up. So, oops.
Well, no, that's for that. That doesn't get me money if they do that. That's through Harvest Host. Please don't do that. Go to my link.
I did click on your link.
Let me see.
And that's what it says.
No.
Yes. Oh, now I lost your video. I did click on your link in your video. That's why I was saying you get 15%.
Da, 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 da. Y'all just want to look at the side of our heads, don't you? I should do this more often. I don't check my own links.
Yeah, I checked it the other night.
You did? She's so good.
15% to you and 15 to me.
15.
And that's what it says. Save 15%
Well,
on the cost.
How do they know that came through my link?
Because it clicked on your link.
Oh.
Your affiliate link.
So don't go straight to Harvest Host. Go through my affiliate link.
Yes.
Thank you, Sally.
That's exactly right.
Oh, the brain injured one shouldn't be asking any questions. If Jenna's head goes off camera, she's hitting her bottle. She'll hit her bottle in front of you. We don't care.
I have no shame.
Wanda, I don't know that answer to that question. I would think afterwards. She says, does the Harvest Host show the locations before or after you join? Yeah, and Life is Short, Make It Sweet is saying after. Renee is saying before. See, that's why you always do your own vetting, because everybody doesn't agree.
What, Bandit?
You can see a map of the locations. That is correct. Margie's correct. But I don't think all of them load. Do you want to come over here? Are you stuck?
Yes.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. We got somebody who wants to say hi. And then win her bottle. Did y'all hear it? Your phone in the water bowl?
No, in the dirt.
1, 2, 3.
Why is he always wrapped around my legs is the problem.
So, they just started showing before, Sally says. Good deal. You're welcome, Wanda.
I love Harvest Host.
Yeah, we love Harvest Host because often we have to
meet the people you meet.
We've had some great times. We met she wasn't there this time when we came through, but we met this bartender at this one place. It was a saloon and an RV. It was an RV park with an attached saloon. Which sounds so odd, but that's what it is. And when we went through 2 or 3 years ago, the bartender there was telling us all about Tanya Tucker and all that and everything. And she wasn't there this year. And so we asked about her. And the whole bar got quiet.
Like,
and all the employees.
What's her name?
Yeah, and all the employees looked at each other. And
like, oops.
And nobody answered me. And so I'm like, I guess she's not here anymore.
Best shuffleboard table.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, good, Margie. We sure do miss you guys. Okay, what's next on my list?
I don't think we talked about the faves and the fem.
Oh, we haven't done the faves and the fails.
Squirrel.
All right. So
you asked me that like 20 minutes ago.
I know. I'm sorry. Harvest Host isn't even in this title, so anybody watching this video is going to be like, what the hell are they talking about Harvest Host so much for? Oh, gosh. Faves. Let me just go with a fave. I've had so many whipped cream moments in my 9 years out here on the road, but I had to, this one I just had to share because it surprised me that it even came up in my memory banks as one of my faves. I was like, really? And then the more I got to thinking about it, yeah, it really was. This is a time from when I was camped in Wyoming by myself. I'd been traveling by myself months on end. And my friend Glenn, if y'all have read How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, you know he's the one that helped me get my van. Not financially or anything. He just wouldn't let me give up on my dream and made me go look at vans. And when I did, I ended up getting fancy free. Well, he told me about one of his favorite remote wilderness locations in Wyoming. And I went out there, and I'm not being cryptic on purpose. I honestly don't remember the location. Way out in the middle of nowhere. In fact, the cover photo, I took the cover photo for The Journey Begins at that location. And I'm sorry, I can't remember now. It's near a rest area that has Abraham Lincoln's head as a statue. That's giant. I mean, like 50 feet tall. And then there's anyway, I'll try to remember. But I was out there, and it was one of the first times that I did such deep remote wilderness camping. Sue says she knows that rest area. Such deep remote camper trails between Laramie and Cheyenne. There you go. But out in the middle of nowhere, that rest area is like one of the last civilized places you see. And I couldn't even go there now in my RV. Yeah, Surfing Dodo. No, that was that's a fail. Or a positive. And she's also the one that did the narrative that reads on Audible for all of the KOKO trilogy. When I put out for auditions for the KOKO trilogy, she texted me and she goes, "Are you asking for auditions for a book of yours on Audible?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I just put in my script to read for you." And of course I ended up hiring her. And so the people that rescued me when I locked my keys and my dog in my van, or she's the one that reads, Laura Tederico, she reads for the KOKO trilogy. But not there. That wasn't it. So I'm out in the middle of this remote wilderness, and I'd been there for days. And Nani and Bentley were still with me at the time. And it was my first time to be so remote and alone for the whole time, and to know that I could do it. And so I was really celebrating that. I was enjoying the wilderness by myself. And in the middle of the night, my van starts rocking. My first thought was an earthquake. And then I'm like, I'm in the Wyoming mountains. There's not an earthquake. Then a storm, and it's like it's not storming. And then I thought, because what can happen out in remote wilderness is you get people on ATVs that are knuckleheads that maybe have been drinking, and I mean, rarely. It's not something you need to be worried about or afraid of, but they come through. And like the hunters out in the other no, that was Colorado, wasn't it? Yeah, no, it was Colorado. Yes, by Walden. Yes, I know exactly where I was, where they were doing pheasant hunting or whatever. But that was Walden, Colorado. And I was on an FNL, and these guys come by on an ATV, and they've been drinking, and they were wanting to know if I was leaving because they wanted my spot for hunting. That scared Jana. But this place was in Wyoming, and I thought, it's guys that have gotten out and are rocking, trying to just be putzes and rocking my rig, and it wasn't that. And so finally, I had the sense to get up and turn. I was in my van, not my RV. My RV wouldn't have made it to this spot. I had the sense to get up and turn my lights on, my headlights on. I was surrounded by I would have thought bear too, Kathy Decree. I mean, if I'd have been thinking clearly, but I was surrounded, and I'm guessing by at least 50 head of cattle, and the bull had gotten his horn stuck in my bumper. And it wasn't wind. And the bull had gotten his horn stuck in my rear bumper, and he was trying to get his horns unlocked. And my and then it's like, what do? I can't go out. Finally he got free, and it turns out that that's one of my favorite memories, because it was me in being independent and being in the wilderness and not panicking, and and I saw elk and moose and a bear there, and I went out there, and I was there for 2 weeks, the allotted 2 weeks, before I left and went down the mountain and got supplies and went to my next location. And that I was surprised that ended up being one of the fave that I chose to share with y'all today. And so I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but it's Jana's turn to share her fave.
Well, I got, what, 900 and something videos on my channel? All of them are my faves. Let's see. And you said memories, right?
Anything, whatever you want to share.
This is a memory.
Oh, that's true. Not the wine. Well, maybe the wine.
The San Juan. That was a memory. No, I had a hard time thinking what is my favorite. We are up here close to Chama, New Mexico, and there's a train here, and we're gonna ride the train. We didn't do it a couple of years ago because we did the fly fishing private lessons, and that was pretty expensive. So
that was her gift. I gave her that gift for her birthday.
So this year for Debra's birthday, we're gonna ride the train.
Woohoo!
So that made me think of, I've always wanted to ride a train, and when I did my summer in Colorado, I rode the Leadville train by myself, and then I met up with Dan, and Dan and I rode the Royal Gorge train, and there's videos on my channel, all those memories, and that was amazing. That was just an amazing time. I guess one of my other favorite times is when I hit the road full time and went to my first RTR, not the first RTR, my first RTR, which was in 2018. And, I'd started my channel before I sold my house, and I did all these boring videos of painting and fixing my house up and just that whole process, because I wanted to document my journey on the road. So I always say this, when I'm 90 years old, I can go back and watch all the adventures that I've done and all that. So that's why I started my YouTube channel.
For you.
For me, yeah. And just and I go back and I watch. I mean, we've had great adventures. Now I get choked.
Drink that wine.
Let me have
water.
Yes.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Thank you. So leaving my hometown for the road, I mean, it was just endless of possibilities, and I'd watched all the videos and just meeting people, and I'm driving to the RTR or through the RTR, and I mean, that's when you could camp at the RTR, and there was just vehicles and vans. I mean, there was just, and people, and it's so cool and so crowded. And
2018.
Yes, 2018. And I'm driving, and C-Dub's with me, not in the vehicle, but she's in her van. And we're driving, trying to find where we're going to park. And amongst 3,000 vans, I think. 3,000 units out there. I think that year it was like 3,000. And I pull up, and I hear Frugal. I was like, nobody should know who I am because my channel was, is tiny, tiny. And I was like, we saved you a spot. Come. I was like, I don't even know any of these people. And it was like, okay, I guess we're going to camp with these people. I mean, it was just like, and those people was Carrie, chasing 70 degrees, my friend Carrie, Babs, hike with me, Carol, Irene was there. Oh gosh.
Dan?
Well, Dan came later. It was just me and Dubs that came up, and it was like, and what's so weird is we still are best friends, buds, to this day, and so, and then Dan came.
And Lola and Vicky.
Well, and Lola came, and no, Vicky didn't come.
No, that's right. That's right.
But Vicky wasn't there. And that was the year Debra was having a day meetup across the road at the day use area, and she had a mini meetup there, and we all drove over there to meet Debra, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
So that was one of my most favorite moments because it was just so random, and that somebody, and it was Babs that knew who I was. She was like, Frugal! That's like, but.
That is so cool. Isn't that a great story, y'all? That is so cool. All right. I need to back up.
Back it up.
Back it up. Well, I just need to, again, it's not working. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep Frugal in the picture, and it's just not working well.
Do I need to scoot over?
I don't know. I think something, because this is not working. I'm sorry. God.
It's fine. Just.
It isn't.
It is.
No,
tell her it's fine.
Your head is down here and I'm up
it's
here.
It's okay. It just looks like I'm sitting
here.
a little.
I'll do this.
It's like
okay. All right. How are y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody good? All right. Now we're good. All right.
Oh gosh.
How's everybody doing? Let's see. Marilyn Monroe says it's a great story, especially since she met friends who. I can't read that fast.
She said, "Yeah, Camper Tail says it's fine." I need to sit on some books.
Yeah, thank you. Something or screwed up. Great story. Yes, I think so too. Travels, everybody's. Texas lady likes the.
Of course, I'd met Lola and Vicky before then.
That's true.
And Dan.
That's true. Oh man, Travels did the Rocky Mountaineer Railroad in Canada.
Oh.
Nice. Grace, you'll love your first RTR. Williams to the Grand Canyon is still on my bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie's hoping her first RTR will be 2025. Yeah, when the first one I went to, there was only like maybe 200, maybe, I don't know, around that. And then, yeah, now it's just, crazy. She needs her booster chair. Melanie says, love being able to look up y'all's nostrils. That's what I keep
you're laying down on. And then looking up.
That looks uncomfortable, Debra. Oh, y'all are so awesome. All right, so, let's see.
A fail?
Yeah, now we're going to talk about, Margie says that 2018 was the first RTR they went to, too. That is so cool.
I'm trying to think. It was probably maybe it was 2020 when we met you, Margie. I can't remember. Anyway. Yeah. But I have met so many people out on the roads that we're all still, we just kind of come and go. And I was just thinking, I don't know that Donna's still on here anymore because.
Oh, I hope so, because she had bad internet.
But we were camping on the border of Colorado and New Mexico when we saw the Chama train.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You and Donna and Dan, right? Yeah. So how cool is that? And now we're going to be on it. So we'll wave when we go by that spot and thinking about Donna.
Well,
Shalom
you
on the
stopped
road.
there, and now I know that that's a depot, and that's where you have lunch. And
okay.
And then you head back here.
Cool.
Or you could do the whole day, but we're doing not the whole train into Colorado.
Yeah. Melanie, don't worry about the size of the RTR because the way they do it now, it doesn't feel big. This is back when everybody camped there and there were thousands and thousands and thousands of rigs and nobody left. And so that is different than how they do it now. You won't feel like it's too big at all, I promise. You'll be just fine.
And I'm sure we'll go
for
some event.
Yeah, where I don't think we'll be speaking again, but we'll she says no, never.
Not me.
Yeah.
Once was enough.
I get her into a lot of stuff at least once, and then
Once
she's
was
like,
enough.
no more, Deborah.
Right.
All right, so fails. I'll go first, and it was hard for me to pick one because I've had a lot out here on the road, and we're going to talk about what you do when you have fails and how to handle that just a little bit. But
Margie,
what did Margie say?
At Lollapalooza when Blind Views was there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
I remember a time in Quartzsite, so that's when I was like. But okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Marilyn, that's so cool about camping with Lola in
Yeah.
New Jersey. That's too cool. I love this. Travel says more than 2 people is too many for me. I used to be that way, and now it's just too much of a celebration of life that I get to be around people and I'm not I'm above ground and not drooling, and so it's a celebration for me. And I still have to be careful, but wouldn't trade it for anything. And then I go back out into nature, as y'all well know, and hibernate and recharge. I've had so many fails. I've gone, I don't know if you consider them fails when they were planned, but like in my van, I used to, oh, Donna says she's here. That's what she thought of, and she wants to do that one too. Oh, that would be great, Donna. But like one time I was in my van, couldn't do it in my RV now, but I went down this road I was by myself, and I had done the satellite imaging and had vetted where I was going, and I knew that I was going to be 3 to 5 miles off the main road. But I got down there, and they had leased out to a logging company and had closed off the road 3 to 5 miles in. You couldn't get to where the camping used to be. It pissed me off, and they were just destroying it, and I won't even go there. But and I had to back out. Took me hours because there was no place to turn around, and I had to back out. And I mean, literally took me hours. And in a situation like that, it can feel frantic. It can feel unsafe, but that's when you have to repeat that mantra that I share with y'all all the time about, in this moment, I am in the driver's seat of my van, and I'm backing out of this national forest, and it was whatever date, and all is well. And you take it, inch by inch by inch, and you just have to know that all is well, inch by inch.
Slowly I turn.
Inch
by inch. Oh.
I've had flats out in the middle of
do y'all
nowhere.
know where that came from?
I don't. Inch by inch. Sounds like.
Slowly I turn.
End it. Stop.
We'll see if anybody knows that reference.
Yeah. If y'all know what she's referencing, let us know in the comments. But I think my biggest. I'm sorry, my dog is taking over the tripod.
Ben did that.
And he did it on purpose. Trust me, I know my dog. The 2020 Death Valley breakdown. Oh, that's just my rig breaking down. That's not a fail. That's nothing I can do anything about. But yeah, living in Death Valley in the hottest summer, still on record, was not any fun. But fails make you wiser and stronger. And you know what? They also they're memories, and they're gonna happen. You cannot.
Richard got it.
Richard, I Love Lucy.
No, Richard.
Oh, Richard? Well, somebody said I Love Lucy.
Yeah, Grace said I Love Lucy.
Oh, Three Stooges.
Yep. Step by step. That was it. I couldn't remember it.
Step
Inch
by
by
step.
inch.
Oh, that's too funny. Slowly I turn. Three Stooges.
That was a big Three Stooges.
Oh, that's great. I see. I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh.
How did I not know that?
Oh, I have to tell you that.
Oh, we got to talk.
I could tell you line of.
We got to talk. There's a delay, Melanie. You didn't get it on our end before, Richard, because there's a delay. Oh, yeah, she did. Way up above by Renee. See that? Wait, first thing.
No, yeah.
There's a
Melanie
delay
got
on
it.
our end, so we're not really always sure.
Well, and I'm switching from my sunglasses to my eyes are like.
But I would think my biggest fail was when I got stuck on the cattle guard. Two cowboys came along, took my bumper off, trying to get me off the cattle guard. That didn't work.
How many people saw that video? Give you a thumbs up.
Give me a thumbs up if you saw that video. And then it was a Sunday. It was Super Bowl day, and I had to pay for a tow truck to come out again in the middle of nowhere, and they couldn't get me off of the cattle guard, and a crane ended up having to come out. The cattle guard was a tail. Yeah, a crane ended up having to come out, lift the van up, swing it over, and lower it. Big fail. Financially, emotionally, mortified, the whole bit. And I wasn't a newbie anymore. And I stayed in touch with one of those guys for years. And it was one of those things where, I could have beat myself up for days. And I went on to the state park. I was staying at Big Bend State Park, not Big Bend National Park. And I got there late, and I couldn't find my campsite. And it started snowing, and I just had to pull over where I could find a place to pull over in the state park with nobody around. Couldn't even find the visitor center, and spent the night in the state park. Who knows where? And the next morning, at least I could see it. There was snow, but I couldn't stay there. But I at least could, and I was fortunate enough to have enough of a signal that I could see the direction the visitor center was in. The map wouldn't fully load, but I could see where the direction the visitor center was in. And so I turned around and I went back down the road, and I did find the visitor center, and the new superintendent. He was new there, and he was following my channel. He knew me. He knew my friends. I don't want to say their names, but he knew two friends of mine that we had in common. And we called them, and we're like, so it felt like old home week. And then he got in his truck and took me to my campsite, where I hibernated and licked my wounds for days and looked at the new dents and broken metal on my van. And I just have to tell you, if you are not of a mindset where you can get on the road, maybe you're not going to get stuck on a cattle guard to that degree. I don't recommend it, okay?
How do you do that?
Shut up.
Just asking, how do you do that?
I'll tell you how I did it. I backed up. I went over the cattle guard, and I saw something that I thought I needed to see better. And so I backed up. And when I backed up,
and then she wants me to go up that mountain. Go down that road. Go do it. I'm like,
No. It was awful. But if you're out on the road long enough, if you put enough mileage in this journey, you are going to have mishaps. Like I said, it may not be getting stuck on a cattle guard and have a crane take you off, but you're going to have mishaps. And you have to just know that it's going to happen. You have to do your best to minimize them. You have to do your best to be prepared. You have to know no matter what, you stay with your rig. If you get stuck, if you get a flat tire, if you get stuck on a cattle guard, if you fall off a mountain, if the wind blows your rig over, you have got to be prepared and know what you're going to do in advance. And you've got to be able, that's why I say don't leave a town without at least a half a tank of gas. As you're traveling, don't get below a half a tank of gas. Fill up before you go to your campsite. Make sure you've got provisions at all times. If you're in an RV, make sure that your tanks are empty so that you've got time. You can bide time. And yes, and have, Margie is exactly right. Have an emergency fund if you can. If you're like me and you live Social Security check to Social Security check, and even if you work as hard as you can with Patreon, YouTube, and books, this lifestyle is not cheap. I don't care what anybody says. It can be cheaper than what I'm doing these days because I want to travel with frugal and I want to see things and I'm living life large because I'm not dying. And I am choosing to do that. But you have to be prepared and you have to have as much backup planned as you can.
That was
And,
a funny one. Sorry.
and you have to be willing to go with the flow and not let it crater you. All right, a backup for your backup. That's right, Robin.
Ridiculous lady.
It was scary to me when they were leaving the fire one time around Flagstaff. Yeah.
I need to find that video.
No, that was
that was a live stream.
And that really wasn't. I tell you what, that was actually not a fail. That was a success because
our rigs didn't burn up.
Our rigs didn't burn up. We didn't die. No, we knew it was fire season, and so we did not go way into the forest. We were camped on a main artery close to a main highway. And the only reason that we got caught with our britches down on that, so to speak, is because, no, not real literally. I was inside taking a nap. And Dubs comes and knocks on my door, and she goes,
"No, I came in.
Was it you?
I came in your rig to
see, I don't know,
wake you up."
Yeah. But they came to wake me up, and I think it was Dubs that says, "We're thinking we might need to leave." And I look over, and I could see the red flames coming over the mountain. And what you need to know about fires is they travel upwards, and this one was right on our arse. We ran from it with it literally lapping at us the whole way. But we knew, and that's the other thing. You always have multiple exits. Don't ever camp somewhere, if you can help it at all, where you don't have more than one exit. You know, I see people all the time that, especially camping by themselves, that will go down a road and back in somewhere, and it's a one-way road in, and their campsite is there's no getting out of it anywhere. Especially if you're by yourself, don't do that. Try to know, and if you do, try to know where you have multiple exits to go. I knew when we hit that main highway that we could go toward Flag, or we could go north toward Page if we had to. We ended up not having to run that fast and that far. But you have to know your arteries and how to get out of where you're going to be. So I think I've beat that to death. I want to hear about Jana's fails.
Just as we're coming back to camp today, we see a fire over the mountain.
Yeah, I've been watching.
And we're in big forest right here country, so at any moment, and the winds have been kind of breezy, not up here as much as on the highway. So yeah, at any time, and that was my big deal when we were at Flagstaff, because you knew of a bunch of places way up on the mountain. I was like, I don't want to, I'm afraid of fires. I don't want to be that far away from the road.
Yeah.
And we wasn't very far, and I'm thankful for that. Cause
we were in one of my favorite places.
Yeah, but we were just right around the corner
to
the main highway, and it was like, psh, and we were out of there. But
Got to have your apps ready of where the fires are, which direction the wind's blowing. You just got to be, but you got to be diligent in this lifestyle. You don't get to take a day off on being diligent about knowing your surroundings and having a backup plan for your backup plan. You just don't. Okay, I want to hear a fail.
Well, I've been thinking all day.
She doesn't have any. It's so freaking irritating.
I've been trying to think all day. Y'all may think of one and tell me. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anything's a fail.
Getting stuck on a cattle guard qualifies.
No, that was just a little hitch in your get along. You just like, psst. And the only thing I could think of is right after I got on the road. Then I had a video up, but I took it down. I don't know why, but I noticed it was...
That whole shame thing, don't do it to yourselves. I don't know if that's her reason or not, but...
I don't know why I took it down, but I was at an RV park visiting a friend, and this was before I had a backup camera on my truck, and I backed up into a truck. I mean, in this RV park was packed, and I even knew, and I just misgauged turning, and I backed up and hit a guy's pickup. We exchanged numbers, you know, blah blah blah, going down the road. But I don't know.
You learn to keep a backup camera working.
Well,
you always learn from your mistakes.
A bear spray.
That's a good one.
Well, what I was gonna say is I had a backup camera at my property, at my off-grid cabin. I just hadn't installed it yet, and I'm like, oh, gosh, I can't believe I ran into somebody. And I was real good about getting out and looking, and then backing and getting out and looking, and I'd saved you from hitting a limb one time. I was like, stop, get out and look before
I
you
couldn't
back
see
up.
it from my mirrors or my backup camera.
Because it was at the very top, and it would have just taken the...
gutted my top of my rig.
And so that was a missed fail, but so that was, I guess...
You went to the lake house and installed your backup camera.
Yeah, I did get it and install it after that, and then have had one ever since. That one didn't last very long, but and then I guess another one was a funny story. It's funny because I'm sitting here now and I'm alive, and I'd never seen a bear, and I go to...
Always wanted to, she says.
Yeah, I always wanted to see a bear. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a bear?
You got your wish.
Yeah, and I went to Tennessee to the Great Smoky Mountains, and was doing a hike, and I just shared this link. Somebody made a comment about hiking by yourself. Well, that was a long hike, and I did hike it by myself. But it was a very, and this is the fail, I had purchased bear spray and had it shipped to my brother's house, which he lives in Tennessee. So I got it, and I'm all prepared, and, you know, I'm a pretty prepared person, I think. I'm always thinking, what if this, what happens, what. So anyway, I go to the trailhead, and I mean, this parking lot is packed. I was like, there's not gonna be any bears, and I'd saw a bear the day before up in a tree way far away. You know, or I can't remember. I actually saw, I think, 4 bears on that trip. But, so, anyway, I did this hike, sitting in that parking lot, and I'm like, man, this parking lot is packed. It's so crowded, you know. Open my backpack, take the bear spray out, set it in my console. I was like, okay. Make it all the way down to the falls, come back up, and I was hiking pretty slow at this point. And because it was a 5-mile hike, I think.
And hot.
And so these 2 younger kids passed me, and they turned right around and was like coming back towards me. I'm like, what? And they're like, there's a bear. And he was coming up over the trail. I mean, it's just like a mountain, but there's a trail cut through it. So he comes up over the trail, and he looks at us, and then he turns, And then he just keeps going. And I'm like digging through my backpack going, I know that I left it, but I have a knife, a pretty big knife in there. A Mora knife, not that big, but I was just looking for anything. Throw my bag, whatever. He didn't bother us. But and even further down the trail, we saw another bear up in the tree. But it's so stupid. I mean, now I wear it on my belt. If you notice in any of the videos, the hike through the canyon on both of our videos, if you look on my belt, I have bear spray.
I have bear spray even in my fishing vest.
Yeah, I mean, I wear it anytime we're out running around. That's taught me a lesson. You never know, just because it's crowded, there's not going to be a bear that crosses your path.
Yeah, Robin, rattlesnakes too. I mean, you don't go hiking without boots on, ankle boots.
Yeah.
Because they love to bite ankles and, you got to be prepared. You got to be diligent and shit's going to happen and you just got to go with it because there's no getting around it. It's just the law of probability after being on the road for so many hours. Something's going to happen. Camper Tales, what did I miss? Oh no, we're not going back. You got to go
What'd
hear
she
that
do?
story.
We just had
Somebody just walked into their camp. Y'all are out in the middle of nowhere, aren't you? That's a little concerning. I'm gonna have to check with you afterwards and see what that's about. Let me catch up on comments. Let's see. Let's see. So Nancy says maybe you lost a knife. That was one of your favorites. And Margie wants to know if you ever burned dinner in the cast iron.
I have a video coming up. Is that going to be my fail? I do have one video on my channel called Meatloaf Fail or something. I do have a video coming up on a fail that it was an experience. It's called Cooking Experience or something. It's already uploaded and scheduled. But it's a fail. So I guess my cooking could be a fail. Yeah, every bit of it. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I'll have to see that video.
Burning bananas.
Well,
Sarah.
all right, y'all got to start talking about all my fails. No.
Oh, it's a meatloaf. It's okay to burn it.
Huh?
Marge says if it's a meatloaf, it's okay to burn it.
No, was it a roast?
Oh, man. Camper Tales, yeah. Being out in the wilderness, you got to be prepared for those hikers or anybody that's just going to come up on you.
I don't think it was a meatloaf. I think it was a roast.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Renee says, every time I see your bear spray, I tell my husband we need to get bear spray. Yeah, it also can help you if you fall. It can help break a fall, right, Jenna?
Yeah, when I got poopy butt. Oh, was that a fail?
No, that's not
That's
a fail.
a fall.
That's a fall, not a fail.
Oh, yeah, when I failed.
She was wearing that bear spray.
Yeah, it hit me on the side, and I had the biggest bruise. I mean, I was glad I didn't, because it was so rocky in there, too.
Big bruise.
Yeah, I had a...
Yeah, don't be too friendly, Camper Tales, out in the middle of nowhere, somebody walking up into your camp.
It was a roast.
It was a roast.
I call it fail on my channel. It was like, that was as tough as a boot.
Oh. All right, I think I'm just going backwards a little bit, not too much, and seeing what I missed. Let's see.
Oh, you have one more topic.
Oh, I have another topic? Shit, we're never going to get off here.
Just to make it topics.
I know. Sorry, I didn't know it was going to go this long. Hold on.
Update.
Oh, KOKO Fest 2024 update. So tomorrow or Sunday, this weekend, I'm going to be sending the photos for the KOKO Fest 2024 t-shirt contest to patrons for them to vote on. And in June, I will have the KOKO Fest 2024 t-shirt available depending on which photo that my KOKO Fam patrons select. And last I looked, there were only 5 spaces left in the whole park, and it does tend to fill up quickly for KOKO Fest 2024. but I want to remind you to go to the KOKO Fest, All Things KOKO Fest Facebook group, and put on there if you want to come and you didn't get a campsite because we have people willing to share. And if you're not on Facebook, you can contact me through my website and my contact form. But please, first, don't do that. If you're on Facebook, go to All Things KOKO Fest and let us know if you are wanting to attend but didn't get a campsite, and because we have people willing to share. And we will have the t-shirt available soon. The KOKO Fest 2024 dates are, I'm going to mess it up, October 24th through 28th, Thursday through Monday.
And I got to get that on the website.
Yeah, we got to put it on the website. We haven't even done that.
I could have went and looked, but it's not even there.
I know. We'll get the website updated. She's waiting on me to get information to her, and when I'm in writing mode, I can't switch tracks and do all that. So I don't know when it'll get updated, but it's October 24th through 28th, and we chose a weekend this time because so many people are still working, and that allows you to take the weekend off and come join us. Sarah and Tan, thank you for being on here for so long with us from the UK. We love you. Thank you so much.
Do you have the saying, sweet
dreams?
No. Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah, is that a UK saying? Do y'all have that there in the UK? Oh no, Renee fell today. Yes, we did add harvest toast tonight, Kathy. Thank you for telling us that. Reminding me that. All right, everybody. I think that's it. Thank y'all for your patience tonight. We went way long tonight. My live streams usually aren't that long. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for hanging in there with us. There's 57 of you still on here right now. Sue's at large, everybody that's on here tonight. Margie, Jeff, Richard, Matt, Robin, Renee, Beth, all of you that are on here. Kathy Decree, Camper Tales, Tiff and Lauren. Thank y'all all. Melanie, Texas Lady.
You got a new one to your channel just now. Okay.
Oh, I did?
Deborah McDonald.
Deborah McDonald.
Just
hi there. Oh, good. Which book was that, Deborah? Let me know. I'm working on my 10th one right now, but just thank you everybody for being on here tonight and for commenting with us, and especially since it was so long. Thank you for staying and spending the evening with us. And Royleen Snyder's on, Grace, Texan Lulu, Texas Lady, Nancy, Stacy Jones, Sally and Donna. What fun it was to have you in the house. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm sure I missed somebody, but just know we love you. Hey, cheers. We'll see you down the road, everybody. Bye. I gotta hit the X.